All right, we're live. We're live from Los Angeles, California. Can somebody get online and just check the audio, make sure it's good? Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom to all the people online, everybody here. This room filled up quick. The Lord brought everybody in at the same time. All praise to the Most High. Sister Patricia, Brandon, Abigail, my wife, all the people online. Shalom, shalom. So go ahead and read that Sirach again.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 43, verse 30. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can, for even yet will he far exceed.
So the Lord will always far exceed and give you more than you deserve, because he promised the children of Israel mercy, grace, and the kingdom of heaven at the end. You know, so it doesn't matter how much you pray, the Lord always blesses us more than we deserve, because everybody in here has done things worthy to death, most likely. I mean, breaking the Sabbath is a sin worthy unto death. I broke the Sabbath faithfully for years straight. Go ahead, keep on.
And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough.
All praise to the Most High. That's just a nice verse I like to start with. You know what I'm saying? Get in the spirit. So we're going to go to Matthew 24:1. So endurance is a virtue. Let me look up the definition of virtue real quick. I did that earlier. What's the definition of virtue? So virtue, behavior showing high moral standards. Some of the similar words are righteousness, uprightness, integrity, dignity, honesty, honor. You know what I'm saying? So endurance makes you righteous, because in order to live in this world that's full of wickedness, so much so that our brother Paul, which I'm going to go into, said that it's like he finds himself doing unexpedient things that he knows he shouldn't do. And that's the fight that we in right now, where it's so much wickedness around us and the world's waxed so wicked that without endurance, we're not going to make it. It's brothers in the truth that mighty man that fall to the wayside. You know what I'm saying? So how much more us who are, me, myself, I've been in the truth 4.5 years. I still consider myself a babe in the truth. You know what I'm saying? So endurance is really key, especially early in your walk. Having accountability partners, people that you could call, people that you could trust. Those are the things that will help you endure. But let's start off with Matthew 24:1.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 1. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
So, the disciples were trying to inquire about, how it's going to end. You know what I'm saying? Much like, Esdras did the same thing. He asked the angel many questions. Let me get 2 Esdras 6:6. And a lot of us, want to know when the end is. And we're going to go into a little bit of understanding that the end is near, So when we talk about endurance, our forefathers, they had to look for endurance they had to really understand that endurance was going to be a long time. You might come back and have to endure again, but this endurance here, when the end is so near, I would hate for someone to endure and fall, and then Christ comes very shortly after that, when all you had to do was just endure a little bit more. So again, this is exhortation to and motivation to continue to endure. Go ahead.
The book of 2 Esdras, chapter 6, verse 6. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first?
So just like the disciples were asking, when is this time? So again, this is talking about when are things going to part? When are things going to change? When is the end there? Go ahead. Verse what?
It's not verse 7. and the beginning of it that followeth.
Okay.
Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
So when Jacob and Esau were born, Esau was born first, and Jacob was born second. And when Esau was pulled out, Jacob's hand was holding the heel of holding the heel of Esau, and that's symbolic to the latter end of that verse when it says, Esau thinks he's scot free, but he's not, because his end is our rising to where we're supposed to be. So let me get Job 9:22.
God. This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 22. This is one thing, therefore I said it. He destroyeth the perfect and the wicked.
He destroyed who?
The perfect and the wicked.
Go ahead.
If the scourge slay suddenly, he will laugh at the trial of the innocent. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces.
That's cool on that. So the earth is, get Malachi 1 and 3. So the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Okay. And he will slay the righteous. We see it now when, brothers is out there preaching the gospel. You can see on the video that we did on Hollywood, people in the comments saying that we're bad for what we're saying, but everybody has done worse to us than us having a opinion. Okay. But really the problem is that we're uplifting our people, telling them that they're more than just niggas and farm workers and criminals. That's the real problem. They try to mask it behind, it's hate speech. No, but actually, if no Edomites ever walked up and looked at us stupid and rolled their skateboards right in front of our camera and did stuff like that, we would just be continuing to uplift our people. We wouldn't have really anything to say about Esau other than what I just went into the prophecy, showing them, hey, the end is near, brother, because the Most High God said these people will be in power when the end comes. That's the end of me talking about Esau today, pretty much. Just understanding that the end is here. The Lord has given these people the world, okay? And the end of the world happens to be when he's in power. So paying attention to the time, which the Lord says, pay attention to the times and the prophecy. We need to understand that we are near, and like I said, endurance is important. Go ahead with Malachi 1.
Con, this is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but he will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts.
Hold on real quick. Before we continue on that, give me Genesis 36 and 8. Because we're speaking about Edom, and we just spoke about Esau. And I know to us, we could correlate the two, but we're just going to prove all things and prove that Esau is Edom through the scriptures. It's going to be a lot of scriptures today. This is not like your Christian church. It's going to be a lot of scriptures, not 2 or 3. Go ahead. 36 and 8.
Con, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 36, verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
So whenever we speak about Edom, that's Esau. Whenever we speak about Mount Seir, that's Esau. Just like when the Lord speaks about Zion, he's talking about Jacob or the Israelites. Okay. So now go back to that Malachi 1 and 3. Because Esau has nothing to lose. The Lord laid his heritage waste. The Lord, just like the Lord gave us the long end of the stick and said, mercy, grace, the kingdom of heaven is for you. Well, Esau has the short end of the stick where he understands through the spirit that his seed is going to be wiped out forever. So he doesn't have nothing to lose. Bringing us down is his whole job at all costs. That's why he wants to live so deliciously here and to do anything for it, because he doesn't have anything to look forward to. So understand that. That's why the Lord said, don't trust him, because he has nothing to lose, and bringing you down, that's the best thing he could do is take some people with him. Go ahead.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
And that's what he did. We are impoverished. We're talking about the dark ages, right? The fall of Rome, the fall of Greece, the fall of Idumea before the resurrection in the Khazarian Empire. So he was impoverished, but he said, I'm going to build the desolate places. He know what his blessing is. The Lord said he would give him the dew of heaven. and the sword. So he knew that he was going to touch everything eventually. So he's kind of boasting on his blessing right here, because even he knows that no word of the Lord is going to come back void. Okay, go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Should call him what?
The border of wickedness.
And he said the world is given into the hands of the wicked. So the Lord said he's the border of wickedness. There's nobody more wicked than him. So understanding, and I'm not here today to even throw rocks at the white man. But what I'm saying is understand that he's in power, and the Lord said this is the most wicked spirit that you can ever come by. So what is he going to do to us? He's going to put us through some things. You're going to go through some things. And if you can't handle right now, when the trouble has not even really kicked off, you're not going to be able to handle it when Jacob's trouble really hits 100%. So you got to think about that. Are you really in this? Like, some of us going to die for it. That's what the scripture said. You know what I mean? We can't cry about it. Okay. So is that it on that?
No.
Okay. So let me get Matthew 24 and 36. So like I said, these are the hands that we're in until the end. So I mean, has he ever treated us right? Don't expect him to treat us right now, because he's not. It's going to get worse. That's my message. It's going to get worse, and that's where your faith is going to have to come in. That's why the Lord says, love your life less, because the less you love your life here, the easier it'll be for you to accept these prophecies happening, because the Lord said he's going to tear down, right? Well, guess what? We're in the place that he's going to tear down. So you think it's not going to get bad for us? It's going to get bad. You know what I'm saying? It is. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 36. But of that day and honor, Salakia, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
That's it on that. So even Christ don't know. Even the angels don't know when this time is going to come. Edris was inquiring of it. The disciples were inquiring of it. Nobody knows. And you can't tell Jake when the end is, because Jake will try to time it. Jake will say, I'm going, if the Lord said I'm coming back 2025, December 31st, Jake going to be repenting on the 30th. That's why the Lord can't tell nobody when the day is, because Jake wicked. You know what I'm saying? Keep it a buck. Desperately wicked. Okay. Let me get Matthew 24 and 4. Go ahead, Doc.
Shalom. I wanted to make a comment. What you just brought out was very deep. So I wanted to kind of intervene, Salakia. That's very deep. That what you said, that nobody knows when the Most High is gonna come down, and even Christ doesn't know, and He's on the right hand. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know, and He's our Savior for the nation of Israel, and He don't even know. So that's something to think about. That's
and that lets you know that He can't be God, because God is all knowing, right? Well, Christ don't know today. There you go. Good, perfect point. Let me get Matthew 24 and 4.
Come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Like brothers like y'all Jew. Clowns, y'all Jew. I think it's somebody in Israel right now. They trying to boast up to be the Messiah or something like that. You know, some more replacement theology, trying to replace black people. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Go ahead.
Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
And these things are happening. Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, Yemen, Iraq, Iran, World War I, World War II. These things have happened in the near past. From the time of World War I to right now to the Most High is seconds. So the Lord said these things are going to be happening, and we've seen them in our lifetime, in our parents' lifetime, and even in our grandparents' lifetime. These things are happening. Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
And before you say that, there are famines in the world. There's famines in the Gaza Strip right now, in Sudan, Mali, Haiti, it's famines, and there is places where people cannot eat. When the Lord made the soil abundant, there's abundance of seeds and plants everywhere, but there's famines in places. Okay, and did you go into the earthquakes part?
No, not yet.
Go ahead, keep going.
But the end is not yet.
Okay,
For nation will rise against nation,
we know that's happening. No explanation necessary.
and kingdom against kingdom,
Uh huh.
and there shall be famines
So
and
my point,
pestilences.
famines and what?
Pestilences.
So famines and pestilences. Okay, so I know we're used to these diseases now, but let me get Ezekiel 4:13. I know we feel like we're not in a famine here in the United States, but we're in a famine of good food. We're eating GMO foods, we're eating processed foods, we're eating things that make us fat, give us diabetes. You know, honestly, this is like a famine because but the Lord said that this will happen though. So just adding to prophecy, understanding that these times are here. Go ahead and read that verse.
Con, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4, verse 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
So the Lord said, wherever I drive you, you're going to eat defiled foods amongst the Gentiles. And that's where we're at today, where, we got to look at ingredients and make sure Esau didn't sneak duck feathers or pig hair or pork fat. You know what I'm saying? We got to go through, we have to do that. That's proof. It's normal to us, but we're eating defiled bread in Babylon. But the Lord said it will happen. Another thing, just pointing to the times, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is fulfilling prophecies left and right. Okay. So go back to the after pest, start at famines.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences.
Pestilences. Let's not skip over that. A pestilence is a strange, harmful, deadly, annoying, troublesome disease or plague. So let's go over some. HIV/AIDS. It's crazy that that's normal, and like we talk about it like it's nothing. We're desensitized to horrible diseases and murder and out in the world that we live in. But HIV/AIDS, that's a plague. That's a pestilence. Coronavirus, monkeypox, swine flu, bird flu, diabetes, cancer. Cancer is a strange disease. Does anybody in here understand cancer? You just know it'll kill you. It gives you a tumor sometimes or whatever. But it's a strange disease. People used to think, oh, it's because you smoke cigarettes. Somebody can not smoke cigarettes ever and get cancer and die. It's a strange disease. But the Lord said these things will happen. The Lord also said when these things happen, understand that the end is near. Go ahead, keep on going on that.
And earthquakes in diverse places.
I'm not gonna show it. We're not gonna do no images or no videos today. But if you go look up earthquake map, it's earthquakes all places in the world, all in the different oceans, different regions, every what do you call the big land masses? Continent, every single continent is earthquakes every day, hundreds of them. Okay, that's normal to us now, but that's a sign of the end. Go ahead.
Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Is what?
Are the beginning of sorrows.
Is the beginning of better times.
The beginning of sorrows.
So trust me, even if you follow the commandments and the Lord give you some of the blessings, we're coming upon a sorrowful time. The end is a sorrowful time. It's just like death. Death is like a sorrowful thing. Someone in your family gets sick and they get old and they die. But what happens when they die? The spirit goes back to the Lord. So the bad thing has to happen before the good thing. So again, I'm exhorting my people to endure in these bad times because it's going to get worse before it gets better. And that's one thing my dad told me. My dad might not know it all. He wasn't perfect. But what he did tell me was regarding school. He said, you could have fun now. You could be the cool guy now. You could be, have all the fun and live it up now. But when you get old, you have to work hard. Give Yatazar the mic. I was just looking it up.
to your point, there's 55 earthquakes that happen per day and 20,000 earthquakes around the world that happens per year. So to your point, so we might not see it or feel it, but to the brother point, like the prophecies are unfolding. We got 20,000 earthquakes happening year round and about 55 of them every day.
Yeah, I'm probably do a little study about the progression throughout the decades, because I don't think it was nothing near that even 50 years ago. It seemed like it's just earthquakes everywhere now. You know what I'm saying? Tsunami warnings every year now. You know what I'm saying? Tsunami warning. Like, what? A tsunami warning? When I was a kid, I never heard of a tsunami warning. Okay. So things are ramping up. Okay. Things are ramping up. And I know Esau tries to hide these prophecies by, trying to normalize things. Oh, cancer is normal, trying to give treatments. They got HIV treatments that supposedly make you undetectable and where you can't spread it. That's crazy. You're telling people, oh, you're undetectable, you can't spread it. Are you gonna trust that? You gonna lay with that woman? You gonna lay with that man? Trying to normalize a plague. That's the trickery of Esau. But we're not harping on Esau. We're harping on our people being prepared for this trouble to come. Okay. So we're gonna go to verse 9.
Gone. Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you.
Shall what?
Kill you.
Hey, some of us might have to die. And when I say this, people are like, don't say that. But some of us might have to, some of us in here might have to die. You know what I'm saying? Are we ready for that? We have that mindset, like, you know what? Because we always say it, we present our bodies a living sacrifice, but you really doing it. So you got to respect them brothers that go out there and do the and do the work, because hey, one of us could get Charlie Kirk. One of us could have somebody set up 300 yards away and do it for real. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And ye shall be hated, of all nations for my name's sake.
And you shall be hated of all. See, the nations know that we the children of God. It was a you know how they be doing them little street interviews where they were just interviewing random people. So they was asking random people, what race of people will you never mess with? Everybody said black people. And you think it's because people say, oh, it's because of the color of their skin. It's not about the East Indian man is darker than everybody in here. Because in their spirit, they know who you are. They know you the children of God, and they know what's coming to you is glorious, and what's coming to them is servitude or extermination. In their spirit, they know that. They might not know that on the forefront of their brain, but in their spirit, they know that. Okay? Keep on going.
Verse 10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall arise.
Hey, there we go. We're talking about Yaju again. Go ahead.
And shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound.
Because what?
Because iniquity shall abound.
So the Lord is saying in these times, iniquity is going to be normal. Are we in those times? Is sin normal? Are women walking down the street in tights? I just saw a woman walking down the street with literally panties on. She probably was on drugs, but that's sin, defiling your body. You know, is everything open around us? They're defiling the Sabbath. This is iniquity is abound. We are in the time already he's talking about. Go ahead.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Now the love of many shall wax cold. Now everybody hate each other. Now Deuteronomy 28 and 54 in full effect. Okay. Let me get Ecclesiastes 4 and 9. And because of this is why people who want to be individualites, who want to say I'm against camps, I used to be in an Israelite camp, but now I'm doing it on my own. That's a dangerous thing, because the times that we have that's to come, I believe Brother Goodall talked about it. We need to come up with a Jacob's trouble emergency plan, like when it really pop off. Shire and Goodall was talking about it. But nevertheless, when people be talking about I don't need nobody to teach me, I can do it on my own. I could just do my feast days on my own. I don't need nobody. First of all, that's a real prideful person. Second of all, the times that we coming in, trust me, you're gonna need somebody. You're gonna need, even if it's just a trade, you're gonna need somebody. You're gonna need to know somebody that you trust, that trusts you. You're gonna need that. Go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 9. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor.
And we can't really pass over that. He said, because there's a reward for your labor. Because the labors or the works that we do in this world, we don't get rewarded for it. We get persecuted for it. So it makes it a lonely walk. Me and my brother in the Modern Walk talked about that. It makes it a lonely walk because you don't get reward for doing good things. The only time you get a reward for doing good things is when you around your brothers, because they respect the things you do because they're on the same type of time you are. So that's a warning to the individualites out there. When stuff get hectic, you gonna need brothers. You're gonna need brothers. So and we're not gonna say if you're not with BOW, you're not in the truth. But hey, did the Lord not say in Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourself together? Gather yourself together, man. Go ahead, keep on that.
Come on, verse 10. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth.
But what?
But woe to him that is alone when he falleth.
So if you fall and you're alone, it's a chance you'll be destroyed. Because you might fall all the way back into the world and all the way back into your sin and all the way back into your folly. But if you fall in a little bit and you got that brother like the Modern Walk that tell you like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully, I feel like he gonna say what he feel. He not gonna tell me unicorns and cherries. Okay, and we need that. Okay, keep on going. Verse what?
Verse 10.
Go ahead.
For he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone?
And to me, that's not literal. That's saying if it's two, you'll have heat because you're in a cold world. You're in a cold world. It's a cold, cutthroat world. It's a dog eat dog world. Keep you a brother that you trust and get a virtuous wife and you'll be safe. Keep on going.
Verse 12. And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And the threefold cord is not quickly broken.
So two is better than one, but three is even better because now it's a braid. Now it's braided. It's tight. You can't take it out. You ever try to take down some long braids? Take forever, right? Y'all know, huh? Take forever. You know what I'm saying? So in order to get through us when we three or more, it's gonna be a hard thing. It's gonna be a hard thing. Okay, and remember, the devil could bless you. The devil can bless you also. Let me get Deuteronomy 32 and 39. And when you turn from the Lord and think you could do it by yourself, it's only going to be like that for a season. Because as soon as the internet go off and as soon as there's no more public benefits and the buses start running, trust me, all those friends that you thought you had, they're going to be somewhere in survival mode. And they're going to be really selfish. Trust me, all that friendly stuff go by the wayside when some hard times hit. But if you got the laws of God where it says bear each other's burdens, brothers are being here rationing one piece of bread if we have to. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Well, my friend Daddy Rich, he could deliver me. I read that part again.
I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Nobody can deliver you out of the hands of God. Nobody. Nobody's money can do it. I'm not going to say nobody's prayer can do it, but if the Lord is going to have mercy on who he have mercy on, the Lord don't fumble. The Lord don't got sticky fingers, don't got slippery fingers. He don't fumble. If you fall into the hands of living God, it's a very scary thing. Okay, so just remember that. 1 Peter 3:11. We're gonna talk more about how important it is to endure. Okay, read this a little bit slower than usual. Again, shalom to all the people online.
God. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 11. Let him eschew evil.
So that means to hate evil. In this walk, you have to hate evil. If you do something contrary to God, you should feel shame. You should hate it. You should, don't let sin bring you all the way down to where you don't want to pray. But if you do something contrary to God, you should feel like you messed up. You messed up. You did. You should hate evil. That's what eschew evil does. If you don't hate evil, you kind of need to look yourself in the mirror. I hate evil thoughts. If I have an evil thought, I look myself in the mirror and say, man, what's going on with you, man? You start reading, man, because your mind going into some other stuff. Go ahead.
And do good.
Do what?
Do good.
Just sit at home and be an individual light.
Do good.
Okay.
Yup. Let him seek peace and ensue it.
So ensue it means when you seek peace, then you'll get peace. Kind of like speaking it into existence. Sometimes that just means ignoring stupid stuff. People say stupid things to you. You know what I'm saying? People that especially people who are lost, reprobates, they'll say stupid stuff, and sometimes you just gotta ignore it. Okay. Take it for what it is. Go ahead.
Verse 12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil.
That's plain. The face of the Lord is what? Read the last part again.
The face of the Lord is against them that do evil.
The face of the Lord is against them who do evil. Evil is anything contrary to God. So if you say, oh, well, the Lord died for my sins, I could just do whatever I want. Well, God just said that if everybody could turn their Wi-Fi off, if anybody's connected, I see the signal getting kind of low. The Lord is against you if you're doing evil. Let me get Romans 7:1. We're gonna touch on hating evil a little bit.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law.
So Paul is saying he speak to them that know the law. Do everybody here know the law? God. So brother Paul is speaking to us, and this is kind of a tough breakdown right here, because it's just, if you don't have the spirit, it's hard to understand. So he's speaking to us that know the law, and the Lord gave us the law. Let me get Sirach 17:11 real quick. Sirach 17:11. If you did know, that's what they say, right? If you did know, go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 17, verse 11. Beside this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an inheritance.
So the Lord gave us the law as an heritage. Job said, if I didn't know myself, I would hate myself. That's why we hate ourselves, because we don't have the law. The Lord gave us a law as a heritage. Our heritage is not smoking blunts, soul food, apostor and all that. Our heritage is the laws of God that was given to govern us, that he said was for our own good. Right? I don't need the white man to tell me pork is bad. God told me it's bad. Okay. So let me go to Romans 7:7. And like I said, it's a fight. It's a fight. I remember my brother Jonathan from Sons of Zion, when I was first learning the truth, he said, man, every brother has his different struggle. But some brothers, it's a little easier for them. But some brothers, some people, it's gonna feel like you in a 15-round heavyweight fight. Back in the day, it wasn't 12 rounds, it was 15 rounds, right, Elder? A 15-round heavyweight fight. Sometimes it's gonna feel like that. Is you gonna fold? Or you gonna have that endurance that Crawford had to keep up with Canelo. Because Canelo was banking on him getting tired. But he stayed in that pocket. That's what we gotta do. You gotta stay in that pocket. And that pocket is the loss. Because as soon as you step out that pocket, you're gonna be knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually. Go ahead.
Khan, the book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 7.
And I'm telling you, a lot of people don't read this part because it's hard to understand. But I'm gonna try to through the spirit break it down to you. Go ahead.
What shall we
Read
say?
it slow.
Khan. What shall we say then? Is the law sin?
So is the law of God sin? Is the law that's what the Christian church tell you, right? The law is done away with, right? So is the law sin, right? Our beloved brother Paul. Go ahead.
God forbid.
No. Go ahead.
Nay, I had not known sin, but by the law.
But I did not know I was in sin until I learned the law. I was defiling the Sabbath comfortably until I learned the law. So is the law bad?
No.
God what? Forbid, right?
God forbid.
Okay, go ahead.
For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
Hey, some people think it's okay to look at your neighbor's wife and admire her. Hey, what's bad? What's wrong with a compliment? No, you lusting after that brother's wife. Check yourself. Because that leads to one thing leads to another. And when one day they not getting along, one day he leave for a week because they not getting along. And certain crazy stuff start happening. And then guns get involved. Then people get killed. It just leads sin upon sin. But the Lord told you, do not covet your brother's wife. So you understand that that's wrong, right? Go ahead.
Verse 8. But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of consumptuous. For without the law, sin was dead.
So without the law, sin was low key. You could just do it and not even know you in sin. It's like it was dead. It was there, but you didn't know that you were wrong. I did not know eating pork was a sin. I thought that's some Muslim stuff, man. This pastor be, man. These carnitas busting. Sin was dead to me because I didn't know it was there. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 9. For I was alive without the law once.
So my body was alive without the laws of God, right? I was alive. I was kicking. I was good. I was, I'm going to be like Rotzer right now. I was a handsome young man. You know what I'm saying? That's a Rotzer stuff, huh? Go ahead.
But when the commandment came, sin revived.
But when I started learning the laws of God, all of a sudden, I knew what sin was, and it felt like it was more and more tempting to me now. It's like Satan woke up and said, oh, no, I can't sleep on him no more. I got to work on him now. See, Satan got endurance. He got a lot of endurance. He don't sleep. Satan's a crackhead. He don't sleep. I'm serious. He don't sleep. Con. Go ahead.
And I died.
Sin revived and what?
And I died.
And it started to be hard times.
Right.
It was hard. Like, damn, I feel like I was dead. I started thinking about all the sins I committed. I gave this testimony before. I woke up crying before one day. Like, damn, I was like, I'm not gonna make it, man. I did too much. It's like I died. But that was the old man dying. Go ahead.
Con, just to talk on your point that you were saying about Satan, like in the world, I was talking to the brothers on the phone call the other day. Like, we didn't feel like the pull of Satan in the world because if we speaking in all honesty, we were serving him, because you only serve the Most High or you serve Satan. So we didn't feel his pull. But when we started serving the Most High and we started repenting, he woke up and he started to pull at us through these temptations, through these sins. So I'm resonating with what you're saying, brother. I just wanted to add that to it real quick.
Say, well, once one spirit go away, it come back tenfold. You know what I'm saying? And you start casting abominable foods and abominable actions away. Hey, Satan come running. I can't lose my investment. I invested too much time into keeping him wicked. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? Verse what?
Verse 10.
Go ahead.
And the commandment which was ordained to life.
So how is the commandments bad when the Most High is telling you it's ordained to give you life? Christians got to explain this to me, man. Go ahead.
I found to be unto death.
So I found it to be something weary unto me because I have all these bands of wickedness in my brain. I'm so used to being wicked. It was a hard thing. We're going to all go through that hard time in the beginning. Good, Elder? Okay, go ahead.
Verse 11, for sin, taking occasion by the commandment, deceived me, and by it slew me.
Go ahead.
Wherefore the law is holy.
The law is what?
Holy.
Uh-huh.
And the commandment holy.
Uh-huh.
And just. And good.
And what? Hold on. And what?
And just.
Uh-huh.
And good.
Uh-huh.
Was then that which is good made death unto me?
Hold on. Give me a second. That's enough on that. Give me Sirach 2:1.
Khan, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
We tell this to every brother. We as soon as we meet a brother, we be like, brother, look, I'm gonna let you know right now, this walk is not easy. This walk is not easy. You're gonna lose family. They're gonna think. We was just talking to my brother Carnop. Carnop said, man, I'm not gonna be at my mom's house during tabernacles. They're gonna be thinking I'm weird. What's this sit up in the tent for, man? You know what I'm saying? They'll be talking about brothers, man. I'm in the tent because the Lord told me to get in the tent, brother. It's as simple as that. When your decision making become because God says so, it don't matter what nobody think. I'm doing it. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
And constantly what?
Endure.
This lesson is about what?
Endurance.
Go ahead.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
So when your job, my wife got fired from like 10 jobs, man. Brother done had to endure, man. Brother, when stuff get hard, hey, clap it up, man. Clap it up. Brother said, I'm not working the Sabbath. I respect that. In times of trouble, you have to endure. And it's gonna kick up. That's what I'm trying to let people know. It's gonna get worse, man. It's gonna get worse. We gotta start preparing ourselves spiritually for that. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's like we getting towards the end, but this is the beginning of sorrows. You know what I'm saying? The real sorrows are yet to come. Because the Lord said, hey, we're gonna be thrown into prison. Hey, they just made an anti-Israel bill or some stuff like that. Hey, they might come take us off the corner and throw us in prison for speaking against the Ish community. They might take our channel down. We might have to start watching what we say, man. For real. For proclaiming the truth, man. In a world, in a land called America where you supposedly have free speech. Ain't that what Charlie Kirk believed in? Free speech? For not for us though. Not for us, right? Just like the Constitution say all men are created equal, but not 3/5 of human beings, right? Prisoners are not. And ironically enough, I can put you in prison if you don't have a job or a home, but I just let you off the plantation. I let you off the chains, took all the land of your brothers. You don't have a house, you don't have a job. So I'm basically saying I can arrest you for anything. And when I arrest you, you're subhuman, right? The unrighteous decrees of the devil. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep on.
Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
So at the end, if you endure, like the thumbnail, right? The thumbnail on the lesson. Hey, brother crossing that finish line feeling good. It don't matter how much his knees was hurting, how much his thighs was hurting, how many cramps he got, how many times he thought, I don't think I can make it. How many times he saw somebody pass him up. You hit that finish line. Read that last part again.
Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Hey, at the last end, he made it. The Lord, good job, my faithful servant. Them the words I want to hear, man. I need to hear it. I need to hear it. The only way to get to that is endurance. Enduring through trouble, enduring through temptation, enduring through doubt, enduring through issues with your kids, enduring through issues with your significant other, enduring not having the same amount of friends anymore, enduring your family members looking at you like you weird. Got to endure those things, man. Because it's easy to fall back into the world, and it's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel good when you go out Friday night. It's gonna feel good when you fornicating. But the latter end is death, man. The latter end is death. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take.
No, only some things. Some things are supposed to break me. I'm supposed to complain about something. Some things are good enough for me to break the Sabbath. Some things are good enough for me to commit sin. I get a pass on some things, right?
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Okay.
For gold is tried in the fire.
For what?
For gold is tried in the fire.
Last time I checked, gold was like the most precious metal in the world. Everybody wants gold. I always mess with Brother Kalab. Stay with some gold on, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't help but to do that, man. But yeah, gold, the precious gold, right? Right? It's tried in fire. The only way to clean gold up is by fire. Go ahead.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
So just like gold is perfected in that fire, the only way you're going to be an acceptable man to the Lord is in the furnace of what?
Fire.
The furnace of adversity.
Furnace of adversity.
Adversity, troublesome times, hard times. The Lord might test you. The Lord will, as a matter of fact, the Lord will test you. The Lord will test you. He's going to test you. But are you going to fall? Are you going to fold? Are you going to compromise the laws of God for men? Okay, go ahead.
Verse 6. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him.
Trust in the Most High. That's real faith. Faith is not just believing that Christ lived and died. Faith is trusting that the Most High God told me, endure, and I'm going to pay you at the end. Get through this day, and I'm going to pay you at the end. That's real faith. Because some people might be like, look, man, I don't know where this God is, man, because I've been going through it, man. I'm going to do it my way. Right? And then it all comes to an end. And then you're going to be just in the place of the heathen watching Jace getting beamed up. Join hand in hand. But the wicked will not go unpunished, right? That's in Psalms. Verse 7.
Verse 7. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest you fall.
Because if you go outside the pocket, you're going to fall, bro. You got to wait. You got to wait. We was wicked for a long time, but we want to be righteous for a little time and then get saved. You know what I'm saying? That instant gratification, that social media era that we in, where you post a picture and you want to see it get likes. You so used to that instant gratification, you don't want to work for nothing no more, man. Let me get Romans 9 and 12 now. Go back to Romans.
Come. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 12. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God?
Is it unrighteousness with God? Because when he gave me the commandments, now I know sin. Is it unrighteousness with God? Go ahead. Read this part slow.
God forbid. For he saith to Moses.
No, you skipped something.
Salakia.
Where you at?
Verse
13.
Yeah.
Verse 13.
Verse 14.
13.
13. Oh.
Yeah.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. For
my bad, bro. It was Roman. Go back to Romans 7. I said 9. My bad.
No, you
7 and 12.
The book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just, and good.
So again, reiterating that the laws of God are good for you. Go ahead.
Was then that which is good made death unto me? God forbid. But sin, that it might appear sin, working death in me by that which is good, that sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful.
So by the commandments, sin becomes exceedingly sinful. Like you understand sin more to where you understand how bad it is. Okay. So, you know, the law basically puts sin on blast. It's not good for your spirit. It could feel good to your flesh, but it's not good for your spirit. Okay. So, like I said, sin is being put on trial when you follow the commandments of God. Because it's still there. It still feels good if you try to do it, but you know what's wrong. Okay, go to verse 14 now.
Verse 14, for we know that the law is spiritual,
But the law is spiritual. The law is going to cleanse your spirit. Okay. The law is going to take away things that feel good to your flesh, but it's going to cleanse your spirit. Now we have an understanding of the battle between the spirit and the flesh now. Paul's telling you it's a battle between the spirit and the flesh. Go ahead.
but I am carnal, sold under sin. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would.
So hold on. So for which I do, read this part slow. For that which I do,
I will allow
I
not.
do. For that which I do, I allow not. So sometimes I find myself doing or thinking things that I know are not expedient to me, right? Because people stumble on this. So read it slow. Go ahead.
Verse 15, for that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not.
So now he's saying the things that I know I should do, I find myself not doing. Like reading, praying, fasting. I gotta check myself sometimes. One day I came to camp and when we was praying to go out to teach, I'm like, damn, I haven't prayed since the last time we did this. I'm going off. Can't let life and the hustle and the bustle keep you from praying, from reading, fasting, doing things that are expedient to your spirit. Because again, Paul's explaining spirit versus flesh right here. Okay, go ahead.
But what I hate, that do I.
But the things that you hate, because now you know these commandments, right? And you want to do better, but you find yourself lusting, coveting. God forbid worse things. Saying this is a battle between the spirit and the flesh right here, man. Okay, where you at? Verse what?
Verse 16.
Go ahead.
If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that is good.
So the Lord is not the author of confusion. He's saying, if then I do which I would not. So if I do things that I know I shouldn't be doing, I consent to the law that it is good. Is it telling you that if you do bad things, you're telling the laws of God that they're good? No. You keep reading. See, the Christian will read that and be like, see, look, man, the law is done away with. God, keep reading though. Okay. Remember, he said, I speak to those who know the law. You know he ain't saying nothing stupid like that, right? Go to verse 17.
Verse 17. Now then it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
Because we are embedded with sin, like I said, right? You can have the law, statutes, and commandments in your spirit, but your flesh is weak, and you going some people's battles are worse than others. Go to verse 18.
Verse 18. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing.
So in Jeremiah 17:9, the Lord said, your heart is desperately wicked, right? So we know that, hey, it's easy to sin, bro. It's easy to sin. It's easy. I knew that in the world. It's easy. It's easier to do bad than it is to do good. It's easier to go left than to go right. Right? That's what Paul's saying right here. Go to verse 21.
Verse 21. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me.
So I find a law that when I do good, evil is tempting me more and more. So now go back to verse 16.
Verse 16. If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that is good.
So we're speaking about another law right here. This is not the laws of God. Go to verse 22. See, that's why. See, he's speaking about another law, not the laws of God. So he has to double down and reiterate again, so people don't get confused. So go to verse 22.
Verse 22. For I delight in the law of God after the inward man.
So he's saying, I delight in the laws of God after the inward man, after the spirit. The law of God is, again, for your spirit. So he's keeping you in context, saying, I'm talking about a law, but the laws of God are good. I'm not talking about that. I'm not saying the laws of God is makes me sin. Go to verse 23 now.
Verse 23. But I see another law in my members,
In your flesh, he sees another law, right?
warring against the law of my mind,
Warring against the laws of God and the commandments that you're trying to keep in your mind, right? So it's two laws now, right? Go ahead.
and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin.
To what?
To the law of sin, which is in my members.
So the law of sin is in your body, in your flesh, in your mind, right? That's the law of sin is the law that said, if I consent to doing evil things, I tell this law that it's right. You're telling sin, you're programming yourself to sin every time you do it because you're pleasing the law of sin. That's the only law that need to be done away with, not the laws of God, right? So this law tries to pull you back in the world, right? It preys on your body. It preys on your fleshly, carnal desires. The law of sin, like I said, is the only law that needs to be done away with. But every pastor tells you the laws of God are done away with, leading you back to verse 23 and putting you into captivity of the law of sin. Right? I bet your Christian never told you about the law of sin, right? Verse 24.
Verse 24. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
So Paul's like, man, like, I'm ready to go, low key. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of living in this body that keeps me thinking about sin. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the spirit, you can't wait to get out of this defiled body and have a glorified body with the laws of God embedded in your heart, right? That's what we look forward to. Then that will be killing the law of sin or putting away the only law that needs to be put away or done away with, like I said, which was the law of sin, right? That's when Israel is back in its proper place. Okay. Let me get verse 25.
Verse 25. I thank God through Yahushua HaMashiach, our Lord. So then with the mind, I myself serve the law of God, but with the flesh, the law of sin.
Again, going to the battle between spirit and flesh. And we thank Christ because through his sacrifice is the only way we're able to keep having chances to serve the Lord properly. Okay. Let me get 1 Peter 3 and 12. I couldn't read that when I first came into the truth. It's too hard to understand. And the Christians told me that, this telling you the law is bad. No, the law of sin is bad. Your nature is bad. You being mingled amongst the heathens and doing heathenistic stuff is the thing that made you the way you are now. But the laws of God are good. And Paul reiterated that over and over. Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto
Actually, I'm
their
sorry.
prayer.
Go to 14, brother.
14. Salak.
Yeah, my bad.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse 14. But, and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye.
Wait, that don't make sense. Say it again.
But, and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye.
Okay.
And be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled, but sanctify the Lord God in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear.
It's simple. The answer is simple because God says so. Man, why you don't work Friday night, man? They giving that overtime away, man. Add that up, man. That's like $400 extra. Cause I can't, brother. You tripping. That is what it is. It is what it is, man. Let me get Revelations 12 and 11. You tripping. Exactly.
God, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 11.
This is a real powerful verse right here, right? Go ahead.
And
They gonna tell God, they gonna tell you tripping if you read this. Go ahead.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
So of course, by Yahushua HaMashiach, our Lord and Savior, is the only reason why we're able to overcome, right? because he came and died for the unjust. So our sins could be forgiven. And now we could kind of go through living in the world and wake up and then actually figure it out and repent. Go ahead.
And by the word of their testimony, and they love not their lives unto the death.
They what?
They love not their lives unto the death.
So, yes, I'm not saying you can't have fun or you can't do nice things or have nice things, but God said you can't love your life too much because we live in a wicked establishment that's rooted in sin. So searching for and trying to fulfill all your desires and pleasing yourself, trying to find pleasure in everything you do and trying to be, I'm trying to always be happy or take the route that's easier. It's probably gonna lead you to sin. You're gonna have to suffer a little bit. That's why the Most High said, love your life less. Because he's saying, like, if you love your life too much, if it comes a fork in the road where it's like I could go this way and be righteous, but I'm gonna suffer, but I could go this way and compromise the Lord, and it's gonna be way easier on me. If you love your life too much, you're gonna go that way. Okay. Don't compromise the laws of God for anything, right? Revelation 12:12.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
So this is a warning from the Most High God. As the heavens rejoice at prophecy being fulfilled, understand that it's going to be destruction to the inhabitants of the earth. Satan knows his time is up, so he's on demon time right now. Satan is working overtime right now. He getting double pay right now. He didn't work hundreds of years straight, thousands of years straight. He never took a day off, right? So now let me get 1 Peter 5:8.
God, this is the book of 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8.
Just to reiterate on the last verse.
Be sober, be vigilant.
No, be partying all the time. You're getting drunk.
Be sober, be vigilant. Because your adversary, the devil,
your enemy, the devil, the deceiver, who we know is spiritually being the vessel being used on this earth to do the devil's work, is the people whose hands you're in right now. Go ahead.
As a roaring lion walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Hey, man. These is real warnings. I know sometimes it's just verses to people, but these are like real warnings from God. Okay. So that was what I got you on First Peter. Let me go to 1 Peter 3:15.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15. But sanctify the Lord God in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you, with meekness and fear.
16.
Having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you as of evildoers, they may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversation in Hamajiah.
So when people speak bad on us, understand the Lord told us this is going to happen. Our works will show us to be a wise and understanding people, speaking nothing more but good conversation, speaking the gospel to our people, speaking in the spirit of Christ. These are the things that Christ said. That's the reason why they deliver him up. Okay. Verse 17.
For it is better, if the will of God be so, that ye suffer for well-doing than for evil-doing.
This is the point. You're going to suffer anyway. It's better that you suffer for being righteous than suffer for being a wicked Negro. You're going to suffer regardless. But a little bit of suffering for eternal happiness, or a little bit of happiness for eternal gnashing of teeth. That's 1 Peter 3:17. 1 Peter 3:17. And that's the point right there. You're going to suffer regardless. So you just cutting corners. You could cut corners now and do shortcuts now, but it's just like they say, hey, gangbanging lead to one thing: two things: jail or being killed. Sin lead to one thing. It might feel good when you out there partying and doing it now, but it's gonna lead to destruction, bro. I know nobody wants to suffer, right? I know that, but it's now or later, man. Verse 18.
For Christ also hath once suffered for sins,
Okay.
the just for the unjust,
For what? Wait, say it again.
the just for the
So a
unjust.
just, perfect man suffered for the sins of the unjust. Is anybody in here perfect and without ever having doing sin? So don't think you better than your master. If he had to suffer, we gonna have to suffer a little bit. Go ahead.
That he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit.
And that's symbolic right there, because his flesh dying put his spirit next to the Most High God. So sometimes our flesh might have to die. We might have to suffer a little bit, or some of us might have to actually really die. But understand that our spirit is going to the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? Let me get First Peter 4:1.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. For as much then as Christ hath suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
So the Lord is saying, like, just like Christ suffered, understand that you're going to have to suffer. We can't ignore these verses. We can't, we have to be ready for this type of stuff. Like, I think about stuff like this. Just like Christ suffered, have the same mentality that you're going to have to suffer. Christ lived his whole life knowing I'm going to die. Imagine if you knew right now, I'm going to die for this truth. Christ knew I'm going to die for this truth. So you got to have the same mindset, because it might be you. It might be your brother. It might be, somebody very, close to kin, that you love. Right? Go ahead.
For he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin.
But I know it's probably, my wife probably don't want me to say this, but hey, if something happened to me, I know y'all gonna mourn. But shit, something happened to me while I'm serving the Lord, while I'm preaching the gospel. Hey man, y'all have a party for me, man. Y'all have a party for me. Go ahead.
Verse 2. That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of God.
Hey, I did the will of God. I no longer have to deal with this crap. You know what I'm saying? Let me go. 1 Peter 3:21.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 21. The like figure whereunto even baptism doth also now save us, not the putting away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of a good conscience toward God by the resurrection of Yahweh Shah.
So it's saying just be sincere and have a good conscience towards God. Okay, that's the simple message to that. Give me verse 22.
Verse 22. Who is gone into heaven and is on the right hand of God, angels and authorities and powers being made subject unto him.
So what did Christ get for overcoming temptation? He's in heaven on the right hand of God, angels and authorities and powers being made subject unto him. God promises us that repent a similar form of rulership. This is motivation to me to endure. If you really have faith in the words of God, right? Give me Isaiah 14:2. I really have faith. This Most High willing, this is my end right here. That's why you got to have faith in the words, in all the words of God, not just the ones that your pastor tells you. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah chapter 14, verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Do you really have faith in that? You really have faith in that? Because faith in this make me endure. Because if I really didn't believe in this, it would be harder for me to endure. I believe that the Lord is going to recompense the tribulation that was put onto my forefathers through the Spirit who are me today. Go ahead.
And they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
Remember, he said the beginning of sorrows, right? The Lord said he's going to give you rest from that sorrow. Do you really have faith in that? That's my question. Do you really have faith? That's going to have to be a shirt idea, no matter what. Do you really have faith? Do you really have faith? Go ahead.
And from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor seized the golden city seized?
Imagine that day. Imagine that day when the world's in desolation, brothers is getting beamed up, and you look at the white man and say, what happened? What happened to America? What happened to you, you two-time loser? You took everything, and you thought you had salvation coming, huh? You must not have really read the Bible. You one of them fake Christians, huh? Go ahead.
Verse 5. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
Now let's stop right there. The Lord said these people are going to smote us continually with a continuous stroke. You're not going to get no break. Brothers always talk about it. Last hired, first fired, redlining. Two people go to court for the same thing, got the same record, the same charge. You get 15 years, a white man get probation. Smote you with a continuous stroke, systematically, physically, educationally, health-wise. And I think they probably give different vaccines in Beverly Hills than they do in the inner city. Tuskegee experiments, smote you continuously. In Jerusalem said, raise it to the foundation thereof, right? Assisting everybody in the destruction of the children of Israel, right? Go ahead.
He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth.
And that's what I'm looking forward to. I have faith that the Lord is going to persecute the people who did this to us, and nobody's going to be able to save them from it. That's what overcoming will get you. How many people in here want that? You got to overcome. Verse 7.
Verse 7. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees
That's
rejoice.
enough on that. So when the Israelites back in power, when the staff of the wicked is broken off and the wicked establishment is brought down, the people who endure are going to be put in their proper places, and they're going to enjoy seeing that reversal of roles. That's what you have to look forward to if you endure, though, right? Come on, go ahead and clap it up for that. Yeah, for real. Now give me 1 Peter 4:2. All right. We're doing a little bit of warning and a little bit of, motivating at the same time. But we got to get back to reality, though. 1 Peter 4:2.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 2. That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men.
So submit yourself to the will of God, and you won't suffer in lust. You won't suffer when you miss your family get-togethers. You won't suffer. You'll be comforted. You know what I'm saying? When you actually hate evil and enjoy doing the will of God, some things won't bother you so much. Okay, verse 3.
Verse 3. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
So that when you start following the commandments of God and you endure, it's like that old time when you was satisfied with doing the will of the Gentiles, because everything we do in America is the will of the Gentiles. Christmas, all these folly days, whole phases, everything we do here, turning up on the Sabbath day, that's the will of the Gentiles, because the scriptures clearly tell us that the heathen know that we went into captivity because of our iniquity. So it pleases him to keep us in that sin. So he understands that his kingdom is lasting longer and longer, because he knows that he's going to get eradicated. He knows that he's going to get exterminated. So the only way to prolong his heaven is by keeping you in sin. That's the will of the Gentiles. The will of the Gentiles is not to come back into the fold and be grafted back in and be righteous with the children of Israel. The will of the Gentiles is to keep the real Israelites in sin. Thus saith 1 Peter 4. Go ahead.
When we walked in lasciviousness,
What's the will of the Gentiles?
lasciviousness, lust, excessive wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatry.
And what?
Abominable idolatries.
All these things are the will of the Gentiles. These are heathenistic customs that we follow comfortably in America because we're lost. But brothers in here and sisters in here, they didn't kind of found themselves. And we go out to try to spread this word, this gospel. This is good news. I never understood how saying, even if you don't believe in the same thing, saying follow the laws of God, how is that a bad thing? I done had somebody tell me I'm wicked because I told somebody to do what God said.
I had a pastor that told me us Hebrew Israelites are gonna go to hell if we try to keep these commandments.
That's crazy. Imagine somebody telling you that about your fleshly father. Hey, if you do what your dad said, something bad gonna happen to you. What? Imagine somebody telling Rata kids, don't listen to your daddy or something bad gonna happen to you. What? That sounds like somebody who's trying to take advantage of you. Don't listen to your dad. Don't listen to your dad. Come over here with me. Ain't that how kids get abducted? Well, the Lord is trying to, the Satan is trying to abduct us to be captivity to the law of sin. Right? Where you at? Verse what?
Verse 4.
Go ahead.
Wherein they think it is strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you.
Now, when you don't do the things that they do, when you don't do the crazy partying and the fornication and the drugs and the pills and the mollies and smoke weed, now you a weirdo. Now you're a weirdo because you don't want to go do all that stuff with them. And they talk evil about you. I don't know who that nigga Keith think he is. That nigga used to smoke weed every day. Now all of a sudden he better than us because he don't smoke weed. Brother, I never said I'm better than you. I'm not holier than thou. I just told you that God said don't do it, so I don't do it no more. But in the eyes of the Lord, I might be better than you because I'm doing what he said and you ain't. Just to keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 5. Who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead?
You're going to have to answer to the Lord. You're going to have to answer to God about what you did. Stop worrying about what I'm doing. Get yourself in order. Go ahead.
For this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are
verse
dead.
7.
Verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer.
Make sure we pray. I had to rebuke myself. Make sure we pray because the end is at hand. Verse 8.
And above all things have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
So always do good. Help your people when you can. You know what I'm saying? Charity covers a multitude of sins. I was very charitable at one time, but I find myself now trying to get back to it, trying to, I saw a sister that was, crying on the side of the freeway with a sign says she's homeless. I'm not gonna give her no money because she might have a addiction, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go buy her a hamburger special and hand it to her. And you know what she did? She walked away like she was good. That's all she needed was some food. She was done. She was done for the day. She went back to wherever she sleep at. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, I don't think she was looking for drugs. I think she just really wanted some food. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 9. Use hospitality one to another without grudging.
And you know what? This is part of endurance too, because it's easy to start beefing with your brothers. Now I'm gonna use an example. You know what I'm saying? Because I know brothers don't mind. We had a debate with Genesis about the Sabbath, right? But you know what? Brother Rotha gonna have another debate with some Christians, and brother Hakah is gonna be the moderator. Hey, my brother Rotha not grudging, because the Lord says so. That's a sin to have a grudge against your brother, right? Let me get Leviticus 19. Let's prove it. Leviticus 19 and 18.
19. Con, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Some grudges.
Any grudge against the children of thy people. But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
And again, the children of thy people and neighbor is used interchangeably. Christians have no understanding. Look, your neighbor. Anybody can be your neighbor. An Asian can be your neighbor. A white person can be your neighbor. The children of thy people are your neighbor. Okay, children of thy people are your neighbor. So, and this goes to endurance, because some things you do, you feel like it's not a sin. I'm gonna give an example from me. It was a brother at work that used to always hate on me, and I find myself being like, man, F this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And for a good reason, though. He was really acting weird. And Dave Atonement was coming around. And I was like, man, I really be finding myself telling people like, man, F him. I had to tell myself like, hey, you gotta stop. You gotta forgive that brother, man. Now, type of people that's gonna do the same thing over and over, you keep yourself at a good distance from them, so you don't give them an opportunity to do the things that's going to make you have these feelings towards them. But, you know what I'm saying? We can't hold a grudge against our people. Verse 10, 1 Peter 4 and 10. Actually, go to 12.
Con, the book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
So, when bad things happen to you, when you're going through a tough time, don't think of it as something strange. Like, this has to happen. God has to try you in the furnace of adversity. He said he would do it. That's the only way for you to be acceptable, right? Verse 13.
But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering.
Especially if you're suffering for the name of Christ, for the laws of Christ, which is the laws of God, because he said this doctrine is the doctrine of my Father. So if you're suffering because you're doing the will of God, rejoice, man, because you're taking part in in Christ's suffering, right?
God.
You going twain with your brother at that point. Go ahead.
That when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
And when you suffer with these things, when the glory of Christ come back, when he breaks through the sky, when he comes in the cloud, when he judges the nations, you're going to have part in that glory if you endure. What verse is that?
That was 13.
Go to 18.
Come. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
I thought you just had to have faith, though.
The
righteous will scarcely be saved. It's some people who you thought was righteous that's not going to make it. It's some people who might have been your favorite teacher that ain't going to make it. So where are you going to be if you listen to Pastor Porkchop and throw the law away and do as you please? Chicken wraps. Repeat verse 17.
God, first Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God.
Must begin when?
At the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
God. That's self-explanatory.
God.
Let me get verse 19.
Verse 19. Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of God commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing, as unto a faithful creator.
So, you know, us to have to suffer for upholding the truth in righteousness and sincerity, you know what I'm saying? Keep suffering. That's a good thing to suffer for. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the young kids, you know. I know the stuff y'all go through. You know what I'm saying? I have kids, I have teenagers. You know, I know it's a lot of things that might seem tempting, even though I'm pretty sure you guys do a good job at you know, controlling yourselves. just understand that a lot of things you see that look fun. Let me plug this up real quick. They lead to death. They lead to hey, like Yatazar's daughter said, wicked days you gonna die. You know what I'm saying? And little Yatazar ain't playing with her, you know what I'm saying? Wicked things lead to death, man. You know what I'm saying? You teaching her right. You feel me? Yeah, cutest thing in the world, but she was speaking facts. Psalms 37 and 25. Hope everybody enjoying their Sabbath. We almost done. This one was a quick shooter, you know what I'm saying? Again, just warning the people on what's to come and trying to encourage you to stay in the faith, man. Stay in the faith. Don't fall out. We at the finish line, man. Imagine you falling out right before the finish line. Come on, don't do that, man. Don't do that. Go ahead.
Con, the book of Psalms, chapter 37.
And 2 is better than 1. So if you falling out and you got a brother, hey, I know you've seen some of them races where they start getting cramps at the end, and the brother come pick them up and hold and bring them to the finish line. Hey, if I need to bring a brother to the finish line, I will, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what that looks like? Telling your brother when he's going off and being real. Because if you don't, hey, he might fall and not get up. You can't just pass him up. That's what it looks like when your brother going off and you don't tell him. You going to the finish line, you see your brother on the floor and you just run by him and finish on your own. Right? Go ahead.
Con, the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 25. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread.
And he said, I've never seen the Lord forget a righteous man. And usually when you start to be righteous and you follow the laws of God, I've never seen any brother I know in the truth kid not be able to eat. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Isaiah 55 and 11. It's a reward for righteousness. Go ahead.
Con, the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
The will of God will be done. The will of God will be done. What does Romans 9 and 20 say? Who art thou? The will of God will be done no matter what nobody say. Let me get Romans 5 and 3. We're gonna rack off a couple little endurance scriptures and then we done. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Con, the book of Romans, chapter 5, verse 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience.
So we glory in tribulation. We glory when we see the prophecies of the Lord going on. We glory when the dollar is going to crap. We glory when Babylon is falling. Because it worked patience. It helped me be patient and understand what I'm looking forward to is coming, because the Lord told me these things will happen right before the end. So I see these things happening. It actually helps me be patient because I see it's really happening. Right? Helps me be patient. Imagine that. Sometimes bad things help me be patient. Right? Let me get James 1 and 12. James 1 and 12.
Con, the book of James, chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Blessed is what?
Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Con. The Lord said, blessed is the man who shows some endurance, man, and endures temptation at that. Because it's going to be everywhere. It's everywhere. Temptation is everywhere. You are not going to be able to escape temptation. All you can do is put on that armor and be righteous and turn away from it. Deny it. Go ahead.
For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
He shall receive what?
The crown of life.
Con. Get James 5 and 11.
Con. This is the book of James, chapter 5, verse 11. Behold, we count them happy which endure.
We count who?
We count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy.
The Lord has a lot of pity and mercy. And you see Job, what he went through, and he stayed faithful. He endured. You see what Christ went through, knowing he was going to die his whole life, and he endured. And you see what his end is: control over armies of angels, a crown, a throne, being a king on earth, right? Let me get Revelations 2:10.
Con. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Shall do what?
Cast some of you into prison,
Okay.
that ye may be tried,
Uh-huh.
and ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Be thou faithful unto death.
Faithful unto what?
Unto death.
Endure into what?
Death.
And then what?
And I will give thee a crown of life.
Crown of life, everlasting life. That's what we live. That's what we're looking forward to. Everlasting life. Who wants everlasting life? I don't think we understand what everlasting life is. It's a precept in Sirach that explains everlasting life. What is that? Sirach 18 and 11? Or Sirach 11 and 18?
Con, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 18, verse 10. As a drop of water unto the sea, and a gravel stone in comparison of the sand.
So like a drop of water. Think about the context of that. One little drop of water compared to all the water in the ocean, and one little tiny piece of sand compared to all the sand in the world. What does that compare to?
Comparison of the sand. So are 1,000 years to the days of eternity.
So eternity would be all the water in the ocean. A little drop of water is 1,000 years. All the sand in the world is eternity. A little tiny piece of sand is 1,000 years. That's what we enduring for. So is a little temptation that you deal with on this earth worth it? Is anything the white man could give you worth it? Is any contract worth it? I read that. I was like, damn, that put it into perspective. Because everlasting life is like some cliche thing. Everlasting life. Yeah, that. The Lord put it into perspective for you. Let me get Psalms 116 and 15.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 115. So like at 116. And it says, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints.
Why would he say that? Psalms 116 and 15. Psalms 116 and 15. Read it again.
The book of Psalms, chapter 116 and 15. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints.
Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Hey, the Lord loves when you stand up for him. And if you got to die for that, to me, this verse is saying, if you die for my name, you got it. Your ticket is stamped. I'll see you in the kingdom. That's why I said, if I die preaching the gospel, have a party. Most high willing, y'all gonna see me on the other side. Give me John 15 and 20. Sorry, 15, and 20.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 20.
Did Christ suffer? Go ahead.
Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord.
Isn't it God, Christ, man, woman? So we're not greater than Christ, right? So if he suffered, we're gonna have to suffer, right? Go ahead.
If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
Say it again.
If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
Uh-huh.
If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours
They ain't
also.
gonna never forget what you say. They're not gonna never forget us saying death to America. They're gonna hold us to that. Feel me? But the Most High said death to America, and Babylon will fall. Give me same chapter, verse 13.
Come on, verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
And when we go out there and present our body a living sacrifice, it's nothing better you can do than put your body on the line. We got some older gentlemen, to our older brothers that go out there, back be hurting, you know what I'm saying? Feet be hurting. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing better you can do to lay your life and your comfort on the line to wake up the children of Israel. That's an honorable thing. And I respect my elders, especially for doing it. I want to say that. I probably haven't told y'all personally, but I respect my elders for doing that. You know what I'm saying? And my youngsters, because y'all could be out into folly if y'all wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers could be out into folly if y'all wanted to. Easily. Verse 12.
Verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
I had to get that out. Second Edges 2 and 26.
This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 2, verse 26. As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number.
So when you serving the Lord, it's nothing nobody could do to take you away from that service, unless the Most High wants you. The Most High want to call your number and call you back. But it's if the Lord wants you out there doing His work, you're gonna be out there and do your work. Ain't nobody gonna be able to do nothing about it. Right? Go ahead. Verse 27.
Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful.
So when these prophecies start kicking off and you start seeing all these things happen, everybody else gonna be crying, oh my God, they're attacking America. Go ahead.
But thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be like, man, the time is coming. It's almost time. Hey, endure, brothers. Endure. We almost out of here. I'm not gonna cry when America get attacked. I'm gonna be happy, right? Because the Lord gonna do it. They want to call us a hate group and terrorists. We're not gonna do it. The Lord gonna do it. Call the Lord a terrorist, because He gonna terrorize this place. Go ahead.
The heathen shall envy thee.
They shall what?
They shall envy
They
thee.
already envy us, but when they see us go up in them chariots, like Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1 say, they really gonna envy us. Go ahead.
But they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord.
Say it too.
Saith the Lord.
Say it too.
Saith the Lord.
There's gonna be nothing they're gonna be able to do. That helpless feeling when they was raping your wife, when they was taking your children, they gonna have it. But they gonna have to sit here and deal with the destruction, and we gonna be up out of here. Right? Give me verse 31.
Verse 31. Remember thy children that sleep.
And this is for the people if something do happen to one of us, right? If one of us die or something like that. Go ahead and read that.
For I shall bring them out of the sides of the earth.
So the people that sleep are gonna go up first, right? Go ahead.
And show mercy unto them. For I am merciful, saith the Lord Almighty.
So the Lord ain't gonna forget one of us because we died in the field. If that was His will. Hey, it says that the dead in Christ are gonna rise up first, and then them who are remaining are gonna be caught up with them. So we're gonna be there. If somebody passed, they're gonna be there first. If something happened to me, and most High willing brothers and sisters in here make it, when you go up there, you're gonna see me first if I had to go first. That's what the Lord said. Right? Verse 32.
Embrace thy children until I come and show mercy unto them. For my wells run over, and my grace shall not fail.
Embrace your children and cover them with the law, like Yatazah did his daughter. Try to keep your kids in check as much as possible, especially if you have the chance to raise them from youth. If you raising your child in the truth from birth, there's no reason for them not to understand better than you at some point. Verse 33. That was 33. Verse 33.
Verse 33. I, Esdras, received a charge of the Lord upon the Mount Oreb, that I should go unto Israel. But when I came unto them, they set me at naught and despised the commandment of the Lord.
Hey, this was happening to our people. We go out there, people despise us for telling them the truth. This was happening to Esdras. It's nothing new under the sun. But he did what the Lord told us. And the Lord told us to go to the highways and the hedges, right? So that's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to continue to endure, continue to teach our people, and continue to bring out the truth of the Most High God and try to wake up the children of Israel so these elect can be sealed and we could get out of here. Let me get verse 38.
Come. Dropping down to verse 38.
Say the
Arise,
chapter. Say the book and chapter.
second Esdras chapter 2, verse 38.
Uh-huh.
Arise up and stand. Behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord, which are departed from the shadow of the world,
Which endured and stayed away from the darkness of this world. Go ahead.
and have received glorious garments of the Lord.
Uh-huh.
Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord,
Which did what?
which have fulfilled the law of the Lord,
Which just have faith.
which have fulfilled the law of the Lord.
Okay, go. No wonder they don't subscribe to the Apocrypha. Go ahead.
Verse 41. The number of thy children, whom thou longest for, is fulfilled.
And that's what we trying to do. We're not just trying to endure, but we trying to wait. It's people out here that's smoking weed. That's the elect that just have to hear it. The seed get planted. The seed get watered. They repent. They get part of a congregation. They have somebody to help them be accountable, and they be righteous people. That's why that's another reason why you can't be an individual. Like if you're an individual, like how are you helping the elect be sealed? Explain that to me. Go ahead.
Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed.
Uh-huh.
I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people,
Uh-huh.
whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with song.
This is a vision that the Lord gave Esdras. Go ahead.
And in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high
There's
stature,
a very tall man in the midst of them. Go ahead.
taller than all the rest.
Uh-huh.
And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
Uh-huh.
So I asked the angel.
Okay,
and,
so Esdras is chilling with the angel. The angel is showing him a vision, and he asked the angel what?
and said, Sir, what are these?
So who are these people that I'm looking at? Go ahead.
He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal,
Uh-huh.
and have confessed the name of God.
Uh-huh.
Now are they crowned and receive palms.
Go ahead.
Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them,
Uh-huh.
and giveth them palms in their hands?
So who is this man, this tall man that's crowning them, putting crowns on them, and giving them palms in their hands? Go ahead.
So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of God,
Is Yahushua. Go ahead.
whom they have confessed in
Who
the
these
world,
men have confessed in this wicked world, no matter what, and endured tribulation for the name of Christ. These are the men that the Lord are going to crown in the clouds. Go ahead.
Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
And our forefather Esdras was looking like, man, that's nice. Like it was like a glorious sight. Like, look, man, like we gonna actually repent. It was he just was overtaken at that point. Go ahead.
Verse 48. Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way, and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy God thou hast seen.
So the angel told him, go tell the people what enduring for the name of Christ and the laws of God will do for you. I gave you this vision to tell my people and write it in the books for time to motivate my people and understand. If you endure unto the end, you will get a crown in the clouds. And the Most High God will exalt you above every nation. And that's the gospel. That's the good news if you endure. So with that, I'm going to say shalom. It's the end of my lesson. Peace, love, and blessings to everybody that's online. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all learned something. It's a lot of verses. It's a lot of verses. But, you know, like I said, we're not the Christian church. We're going to give it to you Bible. We're not going to speak too many of our own words, man. And with that, like I said, shalom. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sabbath. You got any announcements?